don't touch anything.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton, and we're going to have a great show today. I'm so excited about today's show because it's about the lottery, and I like to play the lottery. And the lottery, Nick, is $1.72 billion. So, I mean, wow, this is going to be a great show. You guys hear us talking NFL all the time. My brother Dave, Paul, we're arguing all the time. And you know why we argue? Because we all bet. And who do we use? We use mybookie.ag. Yes, we do. Mybookie.ag, one of my new sponsors. They will give a guarantee on a deposit. Yes, you get a 50% guarantee extra money. Just use Lawton as the promo code. Yes, go to their website, mybookie.ag. Put in Lawton as the promo code, and if you put $100, you get $150 to bet with. You can't beat that, everybody. You put in $200, yes, you get a 50%, you get $300 to play with. Check it out. Go there, mybookie.ag, use promo code Lawton and get a 50% deposit match. Have a great day, everybody, and go check them out.
Is it unnatural? Because as a kid, I don't remember it ever reaching that high.
Yeah,
is that a new thing?
Actually, the biggest lottery winner was in 2022, and I'll tell you about that during the show. Before I get started, I do want to say, first of all, I want to thank our Discord guys. Our Discord guys, can you move that camera, please, a little bit? Our Discord guys are great. They're just good guys, and they've been giving us great suggestions, stuff like that. We have a whole great team with the Discord people, the new guys in Boston, everybody gone. We're having a lot of fun. And a lot is going on from the cigar. I had a big meeting today with the cigars, Germany. I mean, it's just so much is going on, man. It's hard to even do it. I've been getting emails about the book. The book is being, trust me, I apologize for the late stuff. That is going to be done. I've been getting yelled at a lot, which is okay. And that will be done. The second edition of Gangster Redemption will be out real soon. I mean, these are all going to be hopping and going for Christmas. He has no water. And our mascot is dying over here in Florida. And I watched you do that, Nick. And Nick actually put down the bowl, did everything right, but put no water in it. And the dog is looking at him like he's got two heads. He really is. Morty, come here, Morty. He's going to get that. He's trying to go follow him. Anyway.
I'd rather stay on the streets.
The what?
He said I'd rather stay on
Yeah. We took him off the streets. And poor Morty, I think he wants to go back in the streets. No. Morty's our mascot over here, everybody. You got to check him out. He's just a great dog, too. I love Morty. But anyway, so we're going to have a great show. We got my cigars, which I'll smoke now. We got new lighters coming out. They're going to be first. Let me tell you what we're going to be doing with those two. These lighters, and we looked them up today. We were all over the place looking them up. Wait till you see the design. Wait till you see everything, the torch. But we're going to do something different this time. That lighter's going up on TikTok first. I think it's going to be pretty cool on TikTok. Can you go higher in your chair, maybe? And then I think TikTok will be great. I think that'll be pretty cool. So you could have raised your chair. It'd probably been easier. Just no. It's okay. That's good.
Is it that big of a deal?
No. Well, yeah, it is to me. You know how I am.
I know.
I'm
You're
ADD and
autistic.
All that. He calls me.
I just don't get it.
Wow.
He will let that. Everyone look at my shot. He'll let it ruin the rest of his day.
No, it's good now.
Don't. I know it is because I set it all up.
No, now it is.
Yeah, but when I was back here, not ready.
Right, that's no good.
Oh my goodness.
No good. That's
Start
driving
itching.
me crazy. Yeah. You can't do that to me. I mean, I'm a what do they call it? What do they call those when a person? A perfectionist.
On the spectrum.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shut up, Nick. Anyway, we have a lot going on. We got my cigar. I'm gonna get right into the show. I'll tell you what, because this show is exciting to me. I watch a guy named Ziggy Snake. Siggy Snake. It's with Ciggy. Matter of fact, in all our videos from now on, you're going to see his link, or we're going to add him
to the recommended channels.
To the recommended channel, because I love this guy. I love the way he does his research, and I love the way he presents a case. Now, I might disagree with his case like I do here, and I wanted to have him on, and he's been on before about the dog handlers and something else.
Mm-hmm. Private prisons.
Yeah. He really does well. He does stuff well. and I'm going to do it today as well. And I'm going to give him a call right now, and we're going to have a good time with him on the show. So he is very good. His name is Scott, and it's Siggy Snake. Siggy. And that's Morty. You're all right. That's just Paul. That's Paul, Morty. And then our guests for our next show are actually coming in, so this is going to be good. But we're going to get on with Scott right now on this lottery show. Of course, the numbers we pulled on this lottery show are going to be great. And you guys are going to really, really be surprised in what I tell you about the lottery. And you have to watch his show, because his show unbelievably it highlights the lottery, but he has a different take on it. Like I said, I want you guys to get in with me. Nick, what do you think of the lottery? Do you play the lottery?
I do not play the lottery.
Why not? What are you, rich?
No, I'm just too poor to actually go buy a ticket and then lose that money. So.
Yeah, but you hope I win, don't you?
Yeah, I do hope you win. I'll let you play it, and I hope you win. That's for sure.
But
no, I've watched my dad dig through the trash for lottery tickets one too many times to where.
Or did he win?
I have an ill taste for him.
He dig through the trash. Were they winning tickets he threw out?
No, they're like if you collect the tickets and then you put the code in like the app, you get points and rewards. So he would go get everyone's losing tickets.
Wow, that's like almost like collecting silver cans back in New York, aluminum cans for a nickel a can.
Yeah. So no, I don't play the lottery.
I
did in L.A. and I lost. So. Oh
yeah. Well, I play the lottery because I'm an idiot, but I love the lottery. It gives me something to hope for. That's called retirement. For most poor people, the lottery's a retirement, but next guest won't be. But anyway, we're gonna call Scott right now. So let's have Scott on, and let's see what Scott has to say. All right, let me give him a call, and I want to see what he says. This is gonna be fun, Nick.
Make sure it doesn't echo into the mic.
Okay. Why would it echo in the mic?
Because your headset is facing the mic.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because it doesn't come out there. It comes out into my ear.
And your ear is now upside down facing the mic.
Okay.
It just makes sense that it would echo into the mic.
All right, where is Scott?
I've played Xbox
is he supposed to be
too
on?
many days. You calling the right number?
I am.
There he is.
Is that Scott?
It is Scott.
Hey, Scott. How you doing, buddy? First of all, thanks again. Great video. We told everybody about your channel. We're going to put you on the recommended channels because I love your videos. I love the way you do videos. I love the way you do research. And as a young guy, it's nice to see someone educated and somebody willing to, first of all, speak that well. I mean, I love it because Nick has to go to the computer and look up the words you say because Nick doesn't understand you.
I like how you just make things up.
Well, it's not true. It's not true. It is true.
We'll play with it.
It is totally true. Nick goes, man, he speaks with big words.
Yes.
Did you not say that?
Oh, yeah, but then you add on to things and now it's just all
that's called radio or whatever we're on.
I said we'll play with it.
I'm only kidding.
We will play with it.
Well, play nothing. You play with yourself enough. You know, Scott, we have a good show because we're talking about the lottery.
That's why I was late today.
And is that why?
Yeah.
See what kind of show we have here, Scott? He's gone crazy on me. But
unbelievable.
Oh, isn't that crazy? I want you to do a video on jacking off as a young person. I mean, let's see what the numbers are on that. I know I was a 5-time-a-dayer, so I don't know what kids are today. But I mean
well,
go ahead.
I will not comment on that, but no, I could believe it. I could believe it.
Yeah, well, you're young too, so you're in that spectrum, right?
You're not wrong.
So yeah, you got a great voice. You really do good research, Scott. But first, let me tell you, I watched your video. We just watched it. I watched it twice, and I just watched it today again right before the show. And you came up with stuff, and I'm going to push back on some of your stuff because listen, not that you didn't do your research because you always do. And I want to tell my audience that you got to go to his channel, Ziggy, Ciggy.
Siggy, like cigarette.
Oh, is that
like
what it is?
Cigarette.
It's hard for me.
Siggy.
Cigarette in his mouth.
Siggy.
Siggy.
Like a cig?
Yeah, but I would Ziggy. Okay, all right, good enough. Siggy Snake. Siggy Snake on YouTube.
Yeah, we try to explain it every time.
Yeah, I know.
That's why the cigarette is in the snake's
Listen, that's
mouth.
why I'm 62.
Okay.
But anyway, Scott, you went and you did. First of all, I have a couple questions about the video. Do you remember the video? You did it about a month ago, right?
Yeah.
We do follow you. So, question: where did you get some of that footage? Was any of it in St. Louis?
Oh yeah, I wanted to know where the B-roll was from the houses.
A lot of the B-roll, there is some YouTube out there. I forget his name. I apologize about that. But he travels around the United States and looks at a bunch of suburbs and cities that have fallen on hard times, shall we say, that are kind of decaying and forgotten by society at large. And it seemed like a pretty good way of demonstrating and exemplifying the poverty that, one, this country is going through, and two, that is in part exaggerated by our highly unregulated lottery system.
Well, we're going to get into
Some of
that.
that
Hold
B-roll
on,
was
hold
from
on.
St.
Yeah,
Louis.
the B-roll looked like it was definitely some from L.A. because I was just in L.A. And in fact,
I do believe that there was some LA.
In fact,
footage from
Nick,
that, yeah.
I'm doing a video on homelessness in LA, and Nick actually said maybe talk to you, maybe we'll do something together because of your research, and I think we could maybe pop something together on that. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, not opposed to it.
Okay, now let me go into some statistics. First of all, do you play the lottery?
Yeah, I do actually.
So okay, but you sounded very negative about the lottery.
It's true. The reason for that is you have individuals, I guess like me, who only play the lottery like once or twice a month whenever the jackpot on Mega Millions or Powerball is over like $500 million or something. It's just kind of fun. It's nice to keep the dream alive, as it were. But if you look at the actual statistics for lottery participation, the bottom, I want to say 20 or 40% participate in the lottery at a disproportionate rate compared to the upper 60% of society. It's something like they spend twice as much on the lottery when they do play it, and they play it like 50% more often. So they're dropping a lot more money. And the result of that, given that these are the more impoverished individuals in society, it exacerbates their condition.
Well,
and the fact that there are no safeguards for that, or very minimal safeguards, just create a not virtuous cycle, but a negative cycle, whatever you want to call it, downward spiral.
The reason I'm going to get listen, your numbers aren't wrong because I have a bunch of numbers here I'll go over. But also, the reason I push back on something like that is because you want more safeguards for more people. And I'm more of a person who believes in a person's ability or right to do what they want and make the choice they are and then accept the consequences, so to speak. I'm not one to push people down. Listen, when people can't work, they should have a safeguard for, for, let's call it unemployment or food stamps or whatever, to get on their feet. It shouldn't be something for forever. But I'm all for helping elderly people. I'm all for helping the people. But once we start saying, you're just playing too much, you don't make enough, you didn't pay enough taxes. I was a crazy mobster. Now, on paper, maybe I made $50,000 a year, but I made $1 million a year. So I want to play a $50,000.
Should I move
lottery.
the camera over there?
No, I'm just looking at that camera now. But Nick, he's always yelling at me for something.
Anytime someone's on the couch, it's always over there. So
Well,
I'll move the camera over there. It doesn't matter. I just need to know.
No, I got to talk to you because I'm going to
Okay.
argue with you. Look, Paul just ran to my chair, and I know why he did that. Top drawer. Anyway.
Back on topic, yeah.
Back on topic because Nick did that.
I mean, you're getting me off topic, looking away from me.
Here we
I
go.
can't
See
even
that,
hear you.
Scott? I can't help it.
Here we go again.
Yeah, I love it, Scott. Anyway, Scott, so my point was I'm very, very for people having the choice to do what they want, even if it's a bad choice. Trust me, I made a lot of bad choices in my life. And I don't want people to tell me what to do now. Is that making sense?
No, I get where you're coming from.
So why, like you seem, listen, here's a good question. Are you a liberal or are you a conservative?
I would consider myself a liberal.
A liberal?
I'm to the left, center left.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. I even think I am. I'm a very socially liberal person. I don't care who you have sex with. I don't care what drugs you do. I don't care what color you are. There's so many things what music, this, that. I just don't believe, I'm fiscally conservative, if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
So your numbers on the lottery and the money and everything else, I agree with on that, all of that. But I'm going to go over some numbers for you to throw some numbers at you. Anyway, you ready? The online lottery industry in the United States is estimated to be worth about $2 billion alone. The highest lottery winner ever was $2.04 billion and was won by an individual from California on 8th of November, 2022. I did not know that. A woman from Panama.
Lottery was fairly recent, yeah.
Yeah, a woman from Panama is the highest online jackpot winner ever, winning $30 million playing Florida Lotto online. About 70%, this one's cool, it's weird. About 70% of all lottery winners end up entirely broke after winning the lottery.
How's that weird?
Yeah.
Well,
What's weird about that?
That's really, I get why people, can go broke, but 70%.
I think that's
I'd like to know
very
that's a
realistic
very
number.
I think that's a wrong number to look at. I think
I don't think so. I think when you give
I can
people
actually
who
help
don't know how to
explain
manage money, it's not going to be managed correctly.
Listen.
Yeah, that's essentially it, Nick. You have a lot of individuals who, given the fact that the individuals who participate most in the lottery are those who are the poorest, on average, they will not have the same level of fiscal knowledge, fiscal background, fiscal responsibility even, and statistically, they're more likely to win the lottery. So that cohort is thus more likely to just end up broke after winning the lottery.
That's how I've
I don't know if
always
you
looked
checked
at the
this
lottery.
on my channel, but about a year and a half ago, I actually did a video on. It was actually the first video that I did specifically on the lottery, talking about these big, multi-million dollar jackpots, and I specifically mentioned that issue, that with lottery winners, they have a statistically high likelihood of ending up broke in 5 years.
I did read that, and I knew about that, and I did watch your video on that. And it's funny because I get it. I totally get it. But I would think, especially we're excited here in Florida. It's everywhere around the country. It's $1.78 billion is up now because nobody hit yesterday. So at $1.78 billion, I don't think you can go broke, no matter who you are. Just now, and also I think, and I might be wrong about this, but I think lotteries now they actually give advice or advisors to people who hit the lottery on who to go to, because you get a lottery attorney, you get a lottery accountant, and how to at least take portion of that money and invest it and not become broke. What to do, change your address.
That they're implementing. I honestly commend them. That's a definite step in the right direction. So
I totally agree because of
I think more people are winning the $1 million than the billion.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you can spend $1 million in a couple of days.
I've spent $1 million in a weekend,
and then you're broke.
That's the truth. I totally understand that, guys. Because that's why that number 70% is it people who just hit the lottery, like a scratch off for $500,000, $1 million, and they consider that. I don't know, but that's a good. We'll go over a little
even
more.
$250,000, I still think is hitting the lottery.
It's not. No, come on, that's not really hitting the lottery.
How's that not? That would change my life.
Look at and so also
hitting the lottery, but not the mega hit, as it were.
Right, of course. Okay, watch this. Over $2 billion every year in lottery winnings goes unclaimed. That number blows me away.
That's pretty insane,
over $2 billion, Nick. Over $2 billion.
That's what I was telling you the other day.
People have $2 billion. Do
but
you
I
believe
also
that number?
You said, hold on. You said that their profit margins are $2 billion.
No,
how much does the lottery make?
No, I'll go over that in a minute. No. The lottery is it depends on what state. Every state's different. The lot. I'm gonna go over that in a minute. But $2 billion go unclaimed. That to me is unbelievable. There are 6 different types of lottery available to play in the U.S. You have a 1 in 192.2 million chance of winning the lottery in the United States. That means I think it's like you have a chance of being hit by lightning twice before you can hit the lottery. Experts estimated that the value of the lottery market will increase to a massive $194.14 billion annually by 2025.
How many?
194.14 billion. I mean, that's just crazy. That's like almost what Elon Musk is worth. He's worth 240 billion. Lottery revenue. This is what blew me away. Guess what state, guys, is the biggest lottery? It buys the most lottery tickets. No, Nick, you can't. What do you say it is, Scott?
California, Florida. I could see New York. I'm really just going by population size.
Well, you are, and you're good guesses, but it's Florida. Actually, Florida has more in sales than California's third behind New York in lotteries.
That's pretty surprising.
Absolutely, with almost 40 million people, and Florida's got 22 billion people.
Oh, you don't want me using the sounds?
I mean, it was just weird. What was it?
I thought it was a pretty.
It looked like a bad background sound. But anyway,
it
goes down to Texas, Georgia, Massachusetts.
Wow.
It's amazing to me how many states and the money. And here's another thing I thought was very interesting with your show. I love the way you explain that the money for the education is not extra money. What they did there was just take it away from a department and
could you explain that?
No,
a
that was
more?
You can explain it more. I got it, and you really did it well, though. Nick wasn't paying attention, I guess. Go ahead.
No, this is all just content for the podcast. You know, some people want the guests to talk, but you want to keep kicking me while I'm down. But okay.
The whipping boy to encourage a exciting podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, the way that lottery revenues work is whenever you buy a lottery ticket, it says, hey, we're giving X amount of this money to veterans agencies or to public education funds. And while that isn't false, what the government budget, the people behind the government budget end up doing is, say you generate $100 million for public education through the lottery. In their formal budget, they subtract $100 million or so from the general funding of public education, and then supplant that reduced $100 million with the $100 million from the lottery. So it's a magic trick. It's a smokescreen to.
Well, you know what they call that? They call that the shell game.
Say that they are. Yeah. They technically are accurate in that lottery funds are going to these education or public good services, but it isn't necessarily helping them, if that makes sense, just due to behind the scenes moves.
I agree, and I think I don't know if anybody cares anymore at this point. I don't even see them talk about that on any commercials or anything else. Oh, play the lottery, you're going to help education, because everybody knows the shell game and everybody knows that's bullshit. I never knew it went to there. Yeah, I mean, back when it first came out, Nick, they talked about how, it's good for the education. You know, no matter what, even if you win, you help at education and all that.
You can buy cereal to help your school with those box tabs.
Yeah, I remember that. You're talking about the old Nabisco shit. And, what a crap. You guys don't even remember green stamps. No. But those are things back they had in the day. Boy, am I aging myself. But I'm going to get back on the lottery.
I like to do that.
Okay, as the lottery, you had some implementations I disagreed with. You said the fixes could be not making them as enticing. I think people play the lottery because they play the lottery. Whether if you're poor and you want to play the lottery, you could care less if the piece of paper had gold or blue or it looked like something. You're gonna play it because that's your dream of hitting it. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, and I don't necessarily disagree. It's more a matter of making it slightly less enticing, getting slightly fewer people to participate in the system, and you can do that by making fairly simple adjustments, and that has
their sales definitely would go down.
A positive long-term effect, in my opinion.
I think the sales would go off from the richer people.
No, they would go down. I would never ever want to buy a lottery ticket if it was black and white.
Oh, listen, are you kidding me? Bull crap. I mean,
I'm telling you exactly. I would not find it shiny.
He's rare. I can tell you that. Listen, at 1.78 billion, I could care less if it was made on a piece of loose leaf. But
for those rare cases, it would reduce lottery participation, which kind of is the broad goal that I set out here.
And I disagree with that because, listen, if you decrease of lottery I think what you said was true, but you know who it's going to stop buying a lottery ticket from? A guy like myself who walks in there, doesn't even think about the lottery, but then sees the bright color and he sees, oh shit, $50 ticket, let me buy it.
That's the whole point.
Well,
that we
yes,
just
but
said.
that's a guy who's not a guy who the poor people he's trying to help not buy the lottery. If the rich people don't buy the lottery, then it's going to go down on value and everything else. So it's not going to have as many and as much winners, because a lot of the lottery revenue comes. They pay out winners. Like they'll tell you like 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 people win the lottery, because that's true, whether it's a free ticket or some bullshit. But so if they don't have as much coming in, Nick, they're not going to have as many ways to put out the money. So you have to keep the best thing I think Scott is trying to convey what he wants. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if I am, Scott. I think you'd like to see less poor people play it, and either more rich or upper class people play it. Because this way you could keep the money coming in, the money, whatever it is, and then obviously the people who can't afford it don't get hurt or whatever you want to call that. But what's happening is when you take some of the marketing things that you said is only going to hurt the guy like my nephew who walks in and he doesn't think about the lottery, and then all of a sudden he sees the blue thing, it says 100,000, buys a $50, $25 ticket. He don't think about it, but if his eye didn't catch that, he wouldn't have bought it.
What about all the kids walking into the 7-Eleven, growing up from the ages like 7 to 17, and then they've been like, oh, I've been seeing those tickets there. I mean, if they've been seeing black and white for their whole life, they're very less likely to play it.
Valid point, Nick. I think.
You guys are too young. You think you guys?
Might be too old. We can just switch it and say that.
I give you guys a lot. I give you guys more credit than you give yourself. I give 16-year-olds and 18-year-olds.
Because I remember being a kid being like, those tickets look so cool. Like, those are some really cool tickets. Looking at them behind the screen. Like, that one looks cooler than that one.
You guys don't even go into stores anymore. You go to Amazon and you go play.
It's just so false.
Wait till we get online in the next show. We're going to be talking about stuff because young people don't do that, Nick. They go online. Everything is online. Everything's on Amazon. Everything's on TikTok. Everything's on wherever now that's buying stuff. Kids
definitely have to go in the store to buy their cigarettes.
Absolutely.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, but kids don't go buy this. They get an older person to buy the cigarettes.
Or go into the store to buy their alcohol.
Well, if you're like 16 and 17 and
People
trying to
go
get
to
sick,
stores,
you'll get an older coworker or a college kid to do it for you.
Kids go to stores to buy their blunt wraps.
You kidding me? To get another kid to come to the
bags
house
of
and bring them. Who you
know how
kidding?
many times a teenager or a 21-year-old is inside of a gas station per week? A lot of times.
I'll tell you what. I'll bet it's a lot less. I'll bet there's a lot more 29-year-olds or 30-year-olds inside that store than there is a
21-year-old buying a blunt wrap, Larry.
I just hear. Did you hear what I just said to you?
Comprehend the blunt wrap purchases, dude.
And I'll bet more 29-year-olds buy blunts than 19-year-olds.
No.
Oh,
no
absolutely.
Way.
Are you kidding me? They're more.
So just because there are more older people going into the gas stations and making these purchases doesn't mean that there are not young people going into these gas stations. Sure, it may be at a maybe more infrequent, but it's still a factor in all of this and something to be considered.
No, everything is a factor. But listen, they tried that in Prohibition, and you mentioned that in your video. The minute you ban something, the minute you try to do something against something, people push back. If you legalized all drugs, every single drug on the book, I think they should legalize fentanyl. And why? People say, well, why would you legalize fentanyl? Because I don't want the government telling me what drug to do. Because, let's just make cocaine legal. Let's make speed legal. But let's not make fentanyl. Let's not make acid. Or if a kid wants to do drugs, he's going to go to the Home Depot, buy paint and snuff paint. He's going to go buy lean. He's going to make his own lean. He's going to do whatever he wants to do. If you want it, you're going to get it. I don't care what you tell me. I was like that. And I wanted money. I went and got money. It was simple as that. I mean, people make decisions, not so much, yes, there's always a percentage, but the parent means more of that, the way the kid is raised. You're a very educated young man, Scott. Somebody helped you get educated. I don't know who it was in your family, but somebody helped you get educated.
YouTube.
Maybe YouTube is part of it. But my point is, maybe I'm giving too much credence to young people, if that makes sense, because I believe in them. And Scott, don't believe in him. Scott, did we lose him?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, yeah. He's a young person. So no, I just don't know where you're at with what to believe. It sounded in your video, and I want people to go to watch the video and give me their opinion of your video. So if you're out there and you're listening and you watch our stuff, go to Siggy Snake, and just check out his videos. He's got a great videos. Really, they're about 15-minute videos, 18, whatever it is.
Oh no, he's got some long content too.
Does he?
Yeah, I'm like halfway through the Nintendo history.
Oh, is it
That
good?
one's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you. Glad you like it.
Yeah, I like all your stuff. Everything I look at when something catches my eye, I really, because you do such good research, Scott. But people should go out there, check his videos out, and you'll get a different perspective on how somebody. I love the way Nick said the way you speak is great. I mean, you got a great voice for what you do because you it's kind of matter of fact with enough. I don't know how to explain your voice. It's just. It's catching. I want to know more. I want to
catchy. It's like a little annoying to the point where you're gonna love it by the end of the video. And you're
I love his
it's
voice.
gonna attach to you.
If I hear his voice now,
like,
I think it's a great video.
Bam. Yeah.
He caught me, and I think what happens is his research catches you too.
And then he's like, "Oh, you're very well spoken," and then you're like, "Oh, I love his voice. I love his demeanor.
Well, I love his research. Again, I do research, and I like to know my topic. That's why when I speak on any topic,
great YouTube voice, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And people need to see
kind
that.
work, guys.
No, yeah, but we're gonna push back because I love research, but sometimes all research isn't equal. Just like
no, of course, it's important to have
some
these
research
dialogues.
doesn't matter about somebody else's opinion.
First of all, this is all opinion. It's research based on what? Everything becomes opinion. Fox News could say Fox News could say it's a fact. And then MSNBC says it's a fact. And both of them are really opinions based on facts of somebody else. You to do real research papers, and I've done them. I've done quantitative analysis on my program. And when you do stuff like that, Nick, you need to get really deep into statistical data. And then you have to explain where you get the statistical data.
You sound like James.
I sound like a who?
You sound like James from Skid Row. Quantitative analysis.
Skid Row.
Okay. It didn't hit. It's okay.
I'm losing something.
You're the lead mechanics in quantum physics.
Oh, from the video we did. Oh, we did. Shut up, Nick. He's so whacked. I'm sorry. I apologize for him, everybody out there. But anyway, Scott, all I'm saying, and I love that you explain it very well. And there's nothing wrong the way you do it. I always look deep into somebody like you because I want to know where that's like. I'm reading these statistics on the website, and I'm reading statistics that say 70% of all lottery winners are broke. Well, what 70%? Guys who made over 10 million. What's that statistic? Guys who hit for 50 million. What's that statistic? Guys who hit for 150 million. What's that statistic? That's something I want to know because I think if you hit 1.7 billion, you can't go broke. You'll either die of a drug overdose, which wouldn't be a bad way to go, people, but. Because the first thing I do if I hit 1.78 is I got to update my will. But
you should not tell anybody.
You're playing it smart then.
Yes, you know that. But anyway, Scott, I just wanted to touch base with you. Do you have any other new videos coming out? And can you tell us what's coming up or tell the audience any other topics? Or can people suggest topics to you?
Yeah, I'm always open to potential topics. I think a video tour of mine was based off of an idea from a friend or off of a YouTube comment or two that I received. At present, I'm currently doing a video talking about Netflix and various other streaming services out there. I'm sure you've followed like the news and the controversy surrounding them over the past 12, 24 months about how they're jacking up prices, they're pulling content from certain streamers. We have like a dozen or 24 different streaming services all competing for your $11.99 a month just so you can watch their increasingly mediocre content. And it's just
and their deals
it's a disappointing situation all around. And it's also, in my opinion, a pretty good example of the general negative trend in corporate America of just increased profiteering, reduced quality, caring more and more about the bottom line at the cost of any and all quality you have with the product that you're giving to the customers who ultimately give you money. So talking about that fairly relevant, fairly, I don't know, major and festering issue in this country.
I love, I like that because we talked about that last night. What we're seeing when I went shopping last night was it's amazing how you're getting less for your dollar. And what they've been doing over years is like, I looked at the, I love those stupid buns you put in the oven. I don't know, a Pillsboro buns, We
were trying to figure out the word. It's like mini-flation or something.
Where they take,
it's more expensive, but they're giving you less.
Over years.
It's not stagflation, it's shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation. That's the word. Okay.
It's very true. But what I was talking about I'm really looking forward to your video coming out because Nick and I had a big debate about Amazon Prime.
I was just about to ask, what are your opinions on Amazon
Netflix,
Prime,
Amazon Prime, and all of those platforms?
Streaming, not like not the buying services, but the streaming platform Prime.
I'm not too familiar with it.
Okay, because you don't have it. Because it sucks.
I have Prime. Well, the thing with me is, I'm talking about these streamers in a more abstract sense. I don't watch a lot of stream content.
Oh, okay.
So, you don't?
A lot of people do. YouTube?
No, I know it's extremely popular. It's just not the medium or form of content that...
I also don't watch a lot of, I'll watch the new Stranger Things when it comes out. I'll probably watch the new Squid Games, but other than that, I'm okay.
No, we watch a lot of YouTube and sport. Well, I mean, we'll hit sports or something like that. But I like what you're saying because you're right about that. I think, first of all, all content, and, if you want to really follow some YouTubers or some people, Mr. Beast says you can forget most TV stream. Everything's going. YouTube is going to be it. I mean, when you think about it, young people today, they don't want to pay 10, 12, 15 bucks for a streaming service when they can catch bits and pieces on YouTube from other people, so many things.
Much rather watch Matt Pat's theory videos than any streaming
or
platform.
Food Theory or something like that.
Film theory.
Yeah, exactly.
Than any streaming platform.
You have a lot more variety. It's decentralized and it allows anyone who has a good idea and the basic chops to put it together in a captivating manner to get it out to an audience.
But I want you to
be rewarded.
I hope you'll look into this part of it because I'm a YouTuber and I'm getting pissed. Yeah. I've been getting shut down on a lot of places, and even YouTube is getting so petty, whether it's the government on them, that they're on us. Nick was telling me about, and I didn't know this, about how the internet was a wild, 10 years ago, they called it the Wild West. I didn't know what YouTube was, except I thought you fix sunglasses with it, your glasses, or you fix a car engine or some shit. That's all I thought YouTube was until I became a YouTuber. So I didn't know what YouTube was. But, I seen the change from when I've been in YouTube, let's call it like 2020 to now, where I'm getting shut down for you cursing or doing things that you could do, and now it's just the word, you can't use the word.
So why did you just say it, dude? Now I have to blur it out.
Blur it out, but
it's more work. I have to do.
That's bullshit. Now, you have to bullshit that one out now. You got to take that out?
Can we stop?
Actually, you do.
It's all in one place. It shouldn't be too difficult to find it.
Yeah, Nick, it should be in one spot.
I'm going to write that note
Nick,
down.
write that note.
3730.
It really is getting me a little bit upset, if you know what I mean.
3730. Thanks, Paul.
It just gets me a little bit upset, if you understand me, Scott, that they're really, and I don't, again, is that mother government on us again? Because I'm all against that. I
think it's less about mother governments and more an effort to be as advertiser friendly and appealing as possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Cutting out as much, I guess, needless profanity is one way of doing it.
But I have a question for you.
It's just lame.
But wait a minute, hold on. I got a question. See, listen, I could tell you right now, if I went to 1,000 kids in any school and I said, would the word
stop?
Whatever. If every one of those words, if I use them in a video or an ad advertisement, would you not watch it? And I will bet you 900 out of that 1,000 kids would say, I could care less.
It'd be closer to like 990, if not 999.
Right. So I don't know if it's about ad friendly.
Yeah, but the kids aren't paying for anything.
You're not understanding. Who are we catering? I should be catering to my audience. If my audience is a 25-year-old, I should be allowed to speak the way a 25-year-old has.
And now YouTube's taking the stance is that's okay. Go find your own sponsors. And that's where
they're not monetize me.
Yeah, that's where they're at now.
Yeah, I guess.
But where we came from was he was saying he saw the change from 2020 to 2023, and I was like, Imagine seeing the change from 2007 to 2023. It's in a completely different place.
Oh, 100%.
Completely different.
I mean, I think you and Scott are the same age.
It was
correct?
literally wild.
Scott, how old are you?
25.
And Nick's 26.
26.
Yeah. So you guys know the same space. I look at it again. Like it's hard for me to comprehend that more. You would think national TV. I remember when you couldn't say certain words on you can say those words on national TV now, and I can't say them on YouTube. That pisses me off because I think there's
Can the lottery sponsor videos?
I hope so. Maybe I'll get a lottery sponsor.
Or is that gambling?
I just got a new sponsor I got to talk to you about, but I got a gambling.
I know they
sponsor.
won't be able to do anything on TikTok.
TikTok. I'm getting so sick of these things. I got to go to Rumble or OnlyFans or something, but I don't know.
I would advise against Rumble. The caliber of content there is very unadvertiser friendly and just regressive in general. Plus, there's very strong reason to believe that they are heavily inflating their views just to make themselves appealing to advertisers, which once that cat is more out of the bag, they're just going to drop Rumble like a hot potato.
Oh, you should make a video on that. YouTube would love that video.
Yeah.
YouTube
Well,
would push that
I only
video
know
hard.
this because that video is already out. I don't feel I have much more
okay.
to add on
He's
that
not.
topic.
He's not. He's smart. You're a smart young man.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
He does his
Still make the
research.
video.
No, it matters.
It does
Nick.
matter. Yes, it does. How Jessica can come up. It really does not matter.
Listen to me. Nick is wrong. You stick to who you are, Scott. You do your research. You do stuff.
My perspective is that the content that I make, I want it to be something that's fairly unique, fairly novel, a space that I'm able to give, a unique and interesting perspective on these matters. But if someone's already done that, if someone already has a very robust coverage on topic X or topic Y, I don't feel a need to really cover it.
But
if that makes sense.
Some of your fans might never see that video.
They
might see it from you.
Nick can talk to you like that. Nick has good points. Like
You're
my
not
audience.
wrong, Nick.
He's
It's
not.
just I'm not that massive a content creator to begin with. I'm hoping to change that. Hopefully, the algorithm picks my shit up and through
It'll pick
podcasts like
Rumble
this
up.
and getting my name out in other groups and other creators.
You got any?
What did you say?
Me.
It's going to pick you up, Scott. Believe we were talking about you last night for a while, and like Nick says, if he sticks what he's doing, the algorithm's going to pick him up. And Nick is pretty good
You will
about
ride
this.
that algorithm
and
for sure.
more stuff with me, more stuff with other people, and I'll introduce you to a few other guys. And I think that will help you, like you said, get.
It really takes 1 month for the algorithm to notice you, and then everyone be like, okay, let me go back and watch 17 of his videos.
But we also look at stuff like, I'm not going to get too in deep now, but Nick and I mean, we will spend a week on thumbnails or on things that we know work or don't work and how do things work. I mean, we're learning every day, and if people don't understand, YouTube is a work in progress always. It's changing, and I've learned that. I started YouTube, and as I say, Nick, with an iPhone 10 in my bedroom.
What a hard way to start YouTube.
I know, unbelievable.
Difficult way. With the best camera out there at the time.
I mean, Apple cameras are getting increasingly better.
Oh, they're the best. Actually, we used it.
I had the best camera to start with, a quiet little bedroom, a great story,
and not even a stand to put the phone in.
Not even. What a hard life. What a hard life, dude.
Oh, I'm the punching man for this show.
And now I have 1.5 million.
And now I have
subscribers.
1.5 million after I stole 18.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm talking shit. That's
now
what
he's
I'm doing.
talking shit. He's gonna get
Clearly,
beaten.
clearly.
Hey, Scott, do you have any videos on like Disney or Nickelodeon or any theme parks or breaking them down?
I do know that that's a fairly popular genre. I think the Defunct Land.
I got another good video for you to
I
do
like
because I love his
Yesterday.
research. I've become a great South Park fan and a South Park fan of Mickey Mouse. The way he beats the shit out of the Jonas Brothers, how he goes and he takes over and he messes with China and he murders Winnie the Pooh and the whole. I mean, they make Mickey Mouse out to be the. I love the way they do that. I watch that stuff all
They're
the
not
time.
pulling punches on the gross corporatism of Disney as a corporation.
Right, that's what they do, and they are. South Park is just geniuses, obviously, and the writers there. But I mean, I'm just saying, there's a lot of great topics I think you're going to hit on, and
It's
just
almost like that Jonas Brothers lawsuit really hit them because they did not say anything on Disney for a very long time until like 2020.
oh, Disney.
Yeah. I think that one might have really hurt their pockets.
I don't know what hurt their pocket. He messed with the mouse, but I'll tell you what, they could kill.
Then they brought him back in full swing.
Oh, they hit him hard.
Murdering Winnie the Pooh and
Yeah, they're the best.
in
We know
cahoots
that.
with the Chinese government. It's awesome.
That was great. I mean, all of that stuff is great. But anyway, we hope, Scott, your lottery views are great. I want everybody to go check them out. It's about a 15-minute video, and you really
Name of
hope.
it is Scratch Cards, the biggest scam in America.
That's the name of the video, Scratch Cards, Biggest Scam in America. And you can check out, we're going to have a link to his channel on our channel. So
What do you think about the incentive of buying as many scratch cards to collect points to redeem rewards? You know about
To collect
that?
what? What was that?
You know how you can like cash in your winners as points, and then if you have enough losers,
I never heard of that.
Yeah,
That might be
I
only in
haven't heard
St.
of that
Louis.
either.
my dad.
That might be in Missouri only.
My dad does it. He literally goes through the trash guys at like QT or like let's
Oh,
say
my Lord.
Wawa's. He gets all the losing tickets and then cashes in, or not cashes in. You know, reward points, and then
Exchanges them.
after so many reward
For real,
points,
I heard
you
of
get
people
like
doing
a
that.
DVD player. Or,
I heard of people doing that for taxes. Actually, if you hit a big lottery ticket, if you show X amount of losses in lottery tickets, people do that with the racetrack. They'll go to a racetrack and pick up all the tickets, the losers, and have stacks of losers. And I mean tens and twenties and thousands,
Yeah, same thing.
$30,000. And if you win,
That-
you just put that in.
Questionably legal.
Well, listen, this is my channel now. Shit.
No,
But
I mean, make your bag, but you know, the long arm of the law is indeed long. So
I listen. If there's somebody in this room who knows that, it's me.
yeah.
But I appreciate what you do, Scott. I really want to thank you again, and keep up
Thank you,
that
Larry.
great content. And we'll be in contact more and more. We love your videos. Keep it up. If you want to bounce ideas, and if we have ideas, we'd love to bounce them off you. I know you. Nick, we talk to you, we text you, stuff like that.
Totally up to those things.
You got it, buddy. Thanks again, everybody. That was Scott from Ziggy Snake, and there is a link in our video to his video. We'll even put it on Spotify in the links below, everybody. So go check his channel out on YouTube. Thanks, Scott. All right,
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all take care.
you got it. Nick, talking about Scott now and what he does, which is smart. I wish more young people, and I think we have to open eyes, and we're going to do a show that's coming out Monday, and with a younger, middle-aged, your age, middle-aged, and an older guy. And
well, it's
that's
already
me.
up.
No, the one we're going to do
It's
on that.
supposed to be already up before.
Well,
this
whenever
one,
it's
right?
going up,
Yeah.
who cares? It's going up. Well, everything's going up when it goes up. But I'm just looking at guys like him, and I'm looking at young kids, and I'm a little disappointed in you because you don't
usually are,
believe.
yeah.
Because you don't believe in young people. You knock on your own people.
Well, what made you think I was knocking on my people?
Because you don't
today?
believe
on
that
my people.
Because you don't believe that young people have the independent thinking power.
No,
or
what you said was that all young people are trolls inside their fucking house, don't leave their house, don't know how to go to the grocery store, and
I
just
didn't
order
say
everything
that.
offline. Basically, that's what you
no,
said.
I
word
just
for
said
word.
that the trend
That
is people
basically
go
what
online.
You said. And I said, you know how many times a young person is actually in a gas station?
A lot
buying
less
things?
than you think.
No, it isn't. Larry, it's not. You
Well,
don't
we're gonna
know.
find out.
That's okay. You don't know.
Oh, listen, I'm in stores more than you.
Larry,
And I'm an older
you know
person.
what kids do for fun? They get in their car and they drive around. And when their blunt is done, they walk into a gas station and they buy another wrapper or a bag of chips.
Wrong. They
That's
drive
not
around
wrong.
and they
You are wrong,
They drive
Larry.
around and they make sure the cop is not in the store that they're going to go in. Number one. Number two, then most of them go home and eat at home because it's
That's
cheaper.
not true.
Bull
No,
crap.
it's not.
What
Because it's cheaper. Every young person is so broke because they're stopping at McDonald's twice a night and then going home after they've rolled 4 blunts.
Do you think all these kids just smoke weed?
A lot of them. Yeah, dude. Yes.
Listen to me. You're giving.
We can move this right over to the next podcast.
We are going to move this right over to the next spot.
I can't just keep going back and forth with you.
You can't.
I can't.
Because your views of young people and
Your
the
views
internet
of young
and everything
people
are wrong.
Are twisted, dude.
Listen,
Twisted.
I've been called twisted by a lot worse people than you.
I get you new text terms in 2009, but a lot of shit has changed, bro.
Listen to
Nobody
me.
uses POS anymore.
All I do is I know that most people say that I am so young. And I was with a couple of young people this last few days or weeks, and they said, "No way are you 62. You're 40."
So that gives you the ability
and then they
to
even said I
think that
act
you
like a
know
21-year-old.
What 18-year-old, 19, 21-year-old kids are doing for fun?
Listen, Nick,
You
I
don't.
hear from more 18, 19-year-olds than you.
Not.
Oh,
No,
I
you
do
don't.
too. I will show you a zillion emails, and you know that.
The zillion emails from the kids who don't want to go out and smoke anymore because they got caught. Exactly. The kids who literally got caught out in their car and got a charge are now emailing you, telling you what they do for fun now.
Can you give me a ginger ale, please? Wrong, Nick.
No.
I don't
wrong.
ever go out here and think. I never ever go out, and I'm on the road.
But what is that? That doesn't make me
'Cause I don't
talking shit
see
on
what
young
you
people.
That's
not me talking shit on young people. I'm just stating facts on what we do for fun.
Listen,
Larry.
Nick, where do you come from?
St.
Nobody
Louis.
in New York drives around in a car going to a stupid convenience store. I can tell you that now.
No, they just walk around doing it.
No,
They just walk
They
around
might be
doing
at
it.
the park and they might
Okay, they're
plan
not
a robbery.
inside. You're
But
just going back on your argument that they're always inside ordering
listen,
shit offline.
no, but they buy everything online.
No. You know
I
how many
would-
times kids are going to a mall to buy shoes or buy a hoodie?
Wait a minute. You are so off. Malls are closing
They're
at
closed.
an
Sure.
alarming rate
Sure.
because
They
nobody
don't
goes
Foot
to the
Locker
mall.
or anything. I don't know. man.
You think malls are doing good? Go invest in a mall.
No, I'm
See
okay.
how far you get.
I'm good. You want to know why they're not doing good? Because all the kids are just there to hang out and start fights.
No, again, they're not buying anything. Exactly
is that
right.
yeah.
They're not spending
Exactly.
money.
But
they're
they're
going
out-
home.
they're
You know what they're
outside
doing?
hanging
They're
out.
going to the store. They're trying on the shoes, and they go home and buy them online when they find them cheaper. That's what I do.
You're so out of it.
Oh,
That's okay.
you are so disconnected for a 26-year-old dude.
You are.
I feel like the young guy in
going
this room.
senile,
I don't
dude.
believe this
you
guy.
think that you are so right, and it's just insane how right you think you are.
How
dude.
right am I? Listen, everybody out there, you know what they're going to call him? They're going to say, Larry,
This
the kid
all
don't know where he's
started
coming
because
from.
you said that kids, 21-year-old kids, 18-year-old kids, just don't go in gas stations. That's how this started, didn't
Nick,
it?
I didn't say they don't go.
Yes,
Of
you
course
did.
some go in gas
Yes, you
stations.
did.
You say it like that's the big thing they do.
It kind of is, dude.
Are you kidding? What is wrong with you? When was the last time you were in a gas station?
When I was smoking a lot of weed. Multiple times.
Okay, now, do you smoke weed?
Not much anymore, no.
Are you a young person?
No.
You're not
kinda,
young. Oh my
kinda,
God, then I must be ancient. If he's
Kind of.
26.
You are ancient, dude. Yes.
Oh, this is gonna get good.
You're
this is
ancient.
gonna get good. I'm ancient. I get more ladies than you.
Okay, you're ancient. I don't have an ancient shot for me, so let's throw that one out there. Let's get this wrapped up.
Let's
We're on
not
the
get
lottery.
this wrapped up.
Let's-
All right.
We're not on the lottery anymore.
We're not on the lottery anymore, but listen, the lottery is 1.47 billion. If you do not hear my show anymore, I hit the lottery. Nah, you would actually hear it from me on the road. I think I'd have more fun with it.
You're gonna be like, I hit the lottery. Come find me, motherfucker.
Yeah, now anybody can find me gets $1 million. I'll do that. I'll do that Mr. Beast stuff.
Yeah.
Who wants to find me for $1 million? And I'll give him
Oh,
$1
that'd
million.
be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
That'd be funny.
But where am I?
Oh, people would find you so quick.
Oh,
dude.
I know.
That's a whole like niche on the internet. They'll put like a picture of your post or like a piece of sidewalk, and these kids will literally find it. Just like
No.
that. No. Yeah, I'll show it to you. It's literally a challenge. It's a time challenge. There's like tournaments for it, and it's anywhere in the entire world.
You mean like a piece of my sidewalk?
Yeah, like a little more details, like a side of a house, a piece of sidewalk, no addresses or anything.
You know, well, we're going to talk to our next guest on this because we're going to be talking all things internet. We're going to be talking to all things positive about the internet, not negative, and not how it pushes kids to crime. We're going to talk about that. But I think it's more positive than negative. Nick thinks it's more negative than positive. So we're going to have that argument in our next show. Everybody, stay tuned. Have a great day. If you heard this podcast and you don't see that podcast, it's already up. Just go check out our podcast list. I want to thank everybody again. I want to thank people on Discord. They've been really great with us. Suggestions. What's that person on Discord that's been helping us a lot? We supposed to shout them out. Oh. Anyways,
it was Red Phoenix.
Red Phoenix. Thank you, Red
I
Phoenix.
hope that's what it was.
Well, if it's not, Nick messed that up. Young people mess up again. But anyway.
Because I never leave the house.
Have a great day, everybody. Please stay safe and make good
But
choices.
It's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.